stitching friends, it's Helen here from Hugs and Kisses in Hobart, and I'm dropping in here to show you one of my latest projects that you may not have seen yet. We have popped it up in the newsletter and on the website, but this one was designed for a gathering that I did in South Australia, Chicks at Stitch, a few weeks ago. Fortunately, I did manage to get in and out of the state COVID-free, and the gathering could go ahead with 85 very excited, lovely ladies all finally managing to get back together. And so, now, perfect time to show you because, it's Christmas in July time and we're thinking about Christmas and maybe inside in front of the fire and staying warm and preparing and planning and writing our list for Christmas gifts or Christmas decor and decoration ready. So this little project is called Cornelian Christmas. Okay, can you see that there? And it is just a little table mat or a table center in a hexagon shape for a change. Okay, so it has English paper piecing. This part here is all prepped using the EPP method as a separate piece, and then it's appliqued onto this center background, and then these strips around here are sewn into a hexagon, and then this is appliqued onto there. So it's a fairly simple way of putting it together. In the pattern you get all the pre-die cut shapes cut out of our applique paper. So that's the iron-on leave-in applique paper that we use for our EPP. So you just iron those shapes onto your fabric, glue the edges over, stitch them together, and the paper stays in. It doesn't have to come out. If you wash it, then all the stiffness dissolves and it just stays in there as lovely stabilised fibres. I've just used a collection of red Christmassy fabrics and one little grey, little bit of Christmas grey in there for contrast. But you could make that in any fabrics, and it wouldn't necessarily have to be Christmas. Okay, so this could be a little table topper done for any time of the year because it's not really very Christmassy. Yes, there is a little bit of holly in here and a little bit of a Christmas star here. But you could also change it up a little bit as well. So in the pattern, obviously you get the iron-on transfer for the stitchery in the middle. And I have used quite a bit of satin stitch and back stitch and colonial knots. So there's only, we've got chain stitch and we have stem stitch. So there's quite a few stitches there. But there's a stitch guide in the pattern that shows you what stitches that I've used in each place. If you don't like satin stitch, then just back stitch it because there is a fair bit of satin stitch there, and I know some of you really don't like that. I'll admit I don't enjoy it really either because you really have to focus and take care with every single stitch, so it's much slower to get a beautiful even satin stitch. And I've used, I think I've used a COSMO 5006 variegated red thread, or I might have used the Cottage Garden 1007 Hugs and Kisses red. And you could use the stranded or you could use the pearl, which would be nicer for the satin stitch in there. And then the whole thing is put together with this rick-rack around the outside, and that's a really novel way of turning your shape and getting a perfect rick-rack edge and getting the perfect shape to your finished table topper. So it's called Cornelian Christmas because this center design here was adapted from my Cornelian quilt embroidery designs, which were inspired by the very, very old gravestones, headstones at the Cornelian Bay Cemetery here in Hobart, which is one of Australia's oldest cemeteries. And so I've taken lots of photographs of different architectural designs and design lines there, and I use those as inspirations to start embroidery designs. So that's why it's called Cornelian Christmas, because it's sort of loosely related to the Cornelian quilt that many of you have done. And that's it. So it's a little table topper, Cornelian Christmas. We have kits available. I'll put the link below the video if you can't find it on the website. So otherwise at hugsnkisses.net on the website. And it's a gorgeous little Christmas project. And I know a lot of the ladies at Chicks at Stitch have already finished this and sent me photos, and they're looking lovely. So Cornelian Christmas. That's it for today. Happy stitching. We'll see you again soon.